So hello, welcome back. My name is Glenn and today we are talking about Australia's 1974 coins in circulation. So at the time, Australia had these 6 denominations in circulation. We had a bronze, 1 and a 2 cent. Then we have the coins that you should be familiar with these days. We have a 5, 10, 20 and the actual 50-cent coin, which is the largest in circulation. And you're wondering what these would cost. But we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about how much the purchasing power of these coins reflect the value of our currency now. Okay, so here we have the inflation calculated by the Reserve Bank. This is very conservative and it takes out a lot of things. So in 1974, $1 is equivalent to $10 now. But it's probably a bit more, it's probably more like $14, $15. And that's 2025, I don't have 2026. So you're talking about 929% inflation. So that over 51 years. And inflation is going to be a bit higher. So you can see the annual inflation rate's close to 5% per year. So that's what you need to take into account. It's not 2 or 3% ever. It's always 4, 5, 6%. And that's typical with fiat currencies. Okay, so if you go to eBay, you can look up 1974 coins, Australian. You can put Australian on the side. And we have various coins. So we have a lightly circulated coin for $4, and this one is in pretty good condition. We don't have much circulating value on that one. Then we have one, so you do get proof sets. I think there's about 11,000 proof sets. 34, that's actually a good price for a proof set. Oh, it's Fiji though. 5 cent coin. Oh no, 10 cent. $10. You can actually get them in coin sets. Okay, here's a proof set. $100 now. The Renix catalog has these at $225. And as you can see, these are probably about a quarter or a third of the price of the catalog. So you need to take the catalog price with a grain of salt. Actually, not a grain of salt, more like a moxie truck of salt. Okay, $3 for a circulated. That's why I just spend these. It's not worth actually selling them. Another proof set, $149. Still not the catalog value. Here we have the uncirculated set. So they come in a red pouch. And this is it here. So they're about, that's that $40. This one doesn't includes postage, so it's about $50. So $40 to $50. For one of those sets, and what they include is all the coins, and this is PVC, so it does tone the coins on a lot of them. Some of them like this don't actually have the toning, so you need to be careful with that. Okay, so and it has information on the other side. Here's the front of the coins, and this is the actual jacket. Okay, so they used these up until 1983. Yeah, 1983, and then they changed them because they issued the $1 coin. Although the $1 coin was not in the uncirculated coin set. Okay, so yeah, you got $60. There you got a whole bunch. Then you got these ones. This is not an official set. Someone's made that up, but it looks a lot better than the Royal Australian Mint coin sets. And they're probably taking these out of an uncirculated set still and put them in here. It looks a lot better. I actually like that better, even though it's not an official product. So anyway, there's that one. Then you got other ones. Sometimes you can get split on the sides, which I don't see that on modern coins anymore. And yeah, another proof set, $56. Wow, that's really low. That'll be actually a good purchase. You can actually double your price on that. Yeah, $70 for an uncirculated set. Yeah, so if you got coins out of the, so about $5 to $10 per coin. Okay, so these ones don't have any mint marks, not like the 1966, and the 1 cent has the feather tail glider, also called the pygmy gliding possum. So it does glide, and that's what these curls are here. It's actually the wing membrane between the two arms that it uses for flying. And then we have whiskers, tail, pretty much normal. And the mintage of the 1974 coin is 131,720,000. So in uncirculated grade, you'll be paying less than $5 for one of these coins. The 2 cent coin has a frill-necked lizard, and this is one showing its defensive posture. So when it feels threatened, it opens up this frill to make it look bigger than what it is, and also threatening. It does scare a lot of people. And the mintage of this coin is 91,732,500. So, and also for the proof sets is about 10,918. And the uncirculated set we have 25,475. So they're the ones you should actually look for. Okay, the 5 cent short-beaked echidna. So this occurs all over Australia, and it's the only species of echidna in Australia. All the other species are in New Guinea. And this coin has a mintage of 64,248,000. Although I rarely get any 70s coins in circulation these days. The 10 cent coin has the male superb lyrebird, and it's a male because it has these tail feathers that are used for attracting a mate. And that's what it's doing now, and it's also calling out. That's why its beak is open. So this is in a attractive mating posture. And this coin has a mintage of 46,550,000, and they are reeded. Okay, the 20 cent coin has a platypus, and this one has it swimming. And the mintage of this coin is 33,548,000. So interesting thing is that the earliest fossils of platypus occur in South America. So these had a Gondwanan distribution. If you don't know what Gondwana is, look it up. And you can get these currently in circulation. So this is a 2001. So, but 1974 coins, you're probably a bit hard to get them in this grade. Okay, the 50 cent coin has the coat of arms of Australia, and the coat of arms of Australia has two animals. We have the emu, and they say it's a red kangaroo, probably is by the size of it. We have the 7-pointed star, so the Federation star, and the actual shield has the 6 states in it, and then we have the denomination and a reef going around. So this coin for 1974 is actually the lower minted of all the denominations issued for that year. It's only 8,964,000. And in this condition, as we have seen, they sell for about $5. All these denominations sell for roughly similar. So if you want to get these in circulation, you probably still can. These are a few that I've got over a few years, and as you can see, most of them are in pretty good condition. So you can find these in circulation, although now these are going to take you a while to accumulate. I would say the numbers have been, a lot of these coins have probably been lost and also remelted at the mint. But even if not, with the number of coins they issued after this, these would have been watered down. So that means initially these would have been quite common, 1974, but then over the past 51 years, all the other dates have actually reduced the number that you can find. And you can also get 50 cent coins. So here we have quite a few pretty circulated coins. 74. Now I'll probably just go and spend these. I don't know why I kept them. You can now, when I look at these and the actual circulation, I look down on the kangaroo's ankle. I like to see if these fleurs are actually on the shield because they're quite high. And also the body of the emu, see if it's got the lines going down. And on the effigy, I like to look at the crown, see how worn it is, the eyebrow, and this part here above the ear. So the highest points would get worn a lot quicker. Okay, and here's the last one. It's in better circulation. As far as I know, there are no double bars behind the emu. But if anyone has ever found one, they're probably actually a good find. Okay, so one more thing I like to do is look at the side. So this is the third side of the coin. You see the bronze coins are just plain. All the 5, 10 and 20 are copper and nickel are reeded. You can see the reading is the same. And the 50 cent is also plain. Now, they can read the side. Some other countries have reeded this, but it's probably more expensive. Australia doesn't seem to actually want to put in the effort to do so. Okay, just for fun, what happened in 1974? So they need to mint coins for 13.5 million people for Prime Minister Gough Whitlam, and he was the one who was sacked in 1975. Then we've got other information. Most of these people are probably unknown. Then we have what happened. So we had flooding in January. Northern Territory, Murray-Darling Basin. Covers a lot of Victoria. BHP awarded a big pay rise, which 28 million and blah blah blah. Yeah. Mary, the 16-year-old gorilla, which had her right leg amputated, Tonga Zoo, died. Okay, Ansett was still around. Still French test in North Pacific. So there's a lot of things, but I'm not too sure if any of this is actually nationally important. A lot of it's locally. Okay, Mungo Man. Ooh, I like that. Was found. And that's a fossilized human burial. So there's actually a few places. Anyway, that's my interest, Okay, Australian, this is important. In July, Australian road signs switch from imperial to metric. So that's why I don't know imperial, because metric was already well established by the time I started learning it. Okay, 12-year-old Aboriginal boy Jimmy Taylor goes missing in Derby. A lot of people go missing every year. First Australian credit card. Okay, so that's also very important because credit cards and bank cards make up a lot of payments these days. And elections, they have elections, cyclones. This is important. Cyclone Tracy for Darwin. It actually devastated the town. Okay, and got films. We don't make many films. Sports, and you've got births. And then you have deaths. Then governor, yeah, it's not. Governor General, yeah. And so basically, all you're looking for is uncirculated coins and errors that you can get. Hope this helps you with your coins and banknote collecting, and have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.